This is Candy from SweetStamper.com, and this is take two on tonight's Facebook Live. I meant to turn the camera around, and somehow I clicked finish instead. So welcome. I am live on location at Creative Escape Crafting Retreat in San Antonio, Texas, and we are at the Drury Plaza Hotel at North Stone Oak. So, hey Margaret, thanks for finding me again. I will confess to you that I am major jet lagged. I got in super late Tuesday night from the UK, and Wednesday morning I had some of my helpers at my studio to help me finish getting ready for today. And yeah, here we are. We were here this morning at 9 o'clock setting up, and this is the first official day of retreat, but this is actually an add-on day. Thursday is an add-on day. Creative Escape officially runs Friday through Sunday, and Thursday's an extra day. So we usually have about 2/3 of our guests that come on the extra day. So this time I am going to actually turn the camera this way. Okay, there we go. So this is where we are heading in, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour, and then I'm going to stay up with you. So this is our Creative Escape space, and we are so blessed to be here. We've been here several years. We do Creative Escape 3 to 4 times a year, and I'm so pleased. I just got in the mail while I was in the UK some swaps. So with this brand new catalog having just launched, I'm so pleased that we have all of these boards here for our retreat guests to ooh and ah over, get ideas from. So people were already in here today taking photos of these awesome swaps. And yeah, Melissa, I wish you lived closer too. Hi, Sherry. So this is our die cutting station, and we have all kinds of tools here ready for our retreat guests to be able to use. This is our overflow. So we kind of have this as our inspiration station, and these were swaps that wouldn't fit on the board. And so this is inspiration station, and Melissa, you see your card. Well done. Isn't that fun? And then we also have die cutting, and trash bags here so people can leave their scraps and or their trash, because the scrap bin is here, and that is free for use. And we have cardstock scraps as well as designer series paper scraps. There is our in color inspiration board. And then one of the things that people love is that I bring the latest and greatest stamp sets, dies, embossing folders for people to use. This is our lending library. And so here's more stamp and punch bundles. Then we have more punches, kind of annual catalog general punches. And then all of the ink colors. And that means that our guests don't have to bring all that with them. They can just use that. Maybe they have it, maybe they don't. And so that is just part of the package here. So let me come this way, and you will see our space. So let me show you a few little things, and then we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So this is Elaine's space. I'll kind of use this as our little demo space. So everybody got, let me show you what they got in their, sorry about the fingers. This is what everybody got for their goodie bag. So they're getting this blue and white, balmy blue and white ribbon. Get a whole package of these standard stamp cases. You know, we try to give people each time some kind of a tool or something that maybe they don't have or don't have enough of. So we have 35 here, Margaret. And so it's a really nice space and a nice group. Everybody's getting these mini daisies, which are already proving to be very popular. These are part of the Rain and Shine suite. So everybody's getting a full package of this awesome designer series paper. And then I actually thought it went really well with these fine sparkle gems, which were on the last chance list from the holiday book. So everybody got a package of these, which pair really nicely with this. And then everybody got one of the new mini blending brushes. So just a little something to try things out. And then we do quite a few of what we call pillow gifts. So these are little somethings that are to just spoil you. So this one is for Elaine. You can see her last name is Nye. So these are all, monogrammed little books for people. Hey, Geraldine, I'm glad you're here. This is a really sweet little project that we did. And let's see, hers doesn't have the date. Let me grab over here. Let me come over here to my, here's one right here. So this is our little card sending jar. So these are the little mini jam jars we used to have. And we've got the year on there. And inside here, there are 12 little slips of paper and it just says send a card. Hey, Pam, thank you for the welcome home. So inside here, there are 12 little slips that says send a card. And so our idea with this was you could just put this on your desk or on your table in your crafting space, and every time it just reminds you to send a card to somebody. So there's 12. Our thought was, one for each month of the year, and there's enough room on there to write several. And then maybe at the end of the year, you'd have a little record of who you had sent cards to. Now this is my very messy station, but you can see I'm going to be filming there in a few minutes our little projects today. So these beautiful name badges, these were made by Pat. So Pat and Elaine did all of the little gifty items for us. So this is just lovely. And we've had a lot of compliments on these already. People are really happy about these little name tags, very useful. And actually, back here, like I put my room key for my hotel room. Let me show you, let me come over here for a second, and I'm going to show you the make and takes, then we're going to stamp. So some of the goodies we haven't passed out yet. So everybody's tomorrow's going to get one of these full-size Hershey bars that we've done a custom wrap with. So Southern Sweet Stampers is the name of my team. And I always use that as our logo for retreat because my team is very present here. We have a lot of our guests, our team members, and my team are the people who help put this together. So one of the other fun little spoiling gifts is this little frame right here. And this has magnet sheet here. And so this means that when I'm working with dies and I'm at my desk, I can just take a die, and I'm not finished yet, so I can just throw it there. And that way it's nice and safe while I am getting ready to continue to work. So the monogram gift, that's a great question, Melissa. So this is a little notepad. Whoopsie, there we go. So let me go over to the make and take station, and then we are going to stamp here. Okay, this is our classroom. So tomorrow we'll be having our add-on classes. We'll be right here. So we have 10 spaces, and different team members are invited to share a class. And hey, Lena, I'm really glad that you are here. Here's our snack station, and here is the make and take station. So I wanted to kind of show you a little bit of what we were doing here today. So our Thursday guests get an extra set of make and takes as a special thank you for adding on the extra day. So let me just show you what they were doing. So these are the 3 cards that they made, and these are featuring the words from this awesome Greatest Journey new stamp set, and we paired those with the beautiful animal print party animal. I can't remember the name of the here. It's going to be right here, because we also have PDF tutorials for all of the projects. And let's see the name of this paper. Beautiful designer series paper. It's called Like an Animal. So those are the 3 extra projects for Thursday. And then these are the make and takes for the weekend. So you can see that we're featuring this adorable Playing in the Rain suite. So we have several cards here, and then we also have, let me move to the other side of the table here, we have some cards, and then we also have a little mini hand sanitizers. So everybody got one of these little hand sanitizers, and these are from Bath and Body Works, and no cheap stuff in here. And then this cute little holder for it with the little silver fox there. And then everybody's going to make this folio. And let me see if I can pop this open easily with one hand. So I actually made a video for this so that everybody would have a really good view of how to make this little pocketed folio. So those are make and takes that will be available here all weekend, and that is part of the retreat package. So let's go ahead. Let me give you another little look here. People are working already, and some people have gone out to dinner. Some people are not here yet until tomorrow. So let me show you the prize wheel, and then we will stamp. So we do have prize wheel goes all weekend, and so people get to spin. And then we have 3 categories. So we have paper, embellishment, and cards. And then they get to pick their prize. So we have a prize bucket, and we have some papers, we have some embellishments, and then the cards are usually the most popular gift. So we have 5 cards and envelopes in here, and these are, past swaps, past cards from card classes I had, from Facebook Live, all kinds of things. And then we have a few kits for sale if people are looking for something else to work on. Okay, let me bring you over here to my little workstation and see if I can get my camera in here. Haha. This is not the setup I'm used to using, but it's the one I use when I'm here at retreat. So here we go. This is what I wanted to concentrate on tonight. I haven't stamped with you guys in a couple of weeks because I've been in England. So let's see if I can make it where there's not so much shadow there. Sorry about the shadow, people. Let's see if I can do that a little better. Yeah, I think it's just going to be the way it is. So what I wanted to really key off on today is that when you look at the front of this celebration book, and if you don't have one of these yet, a paper copy, be sure to comment here and I will pop one in the mail for you. Because although you can see these online, it's much better when you have the book in your hands. So these are things that you can get free with a $50 order, and that is before tax and shipping. So the Adorable Owls, thanks a bunch. Those are stamp sets. This beautiful paper, the Dainty Flowers. Now our retreat guests got a package of that as well. And let's see, what I wanted to concentrate on tonight, this super cute Day at the Farm paper. This is also free with a $50 order. The Sending Support stamp set. This I'm going to demonstrate just really briefly, this paper, because the dies, which you can purchase in the mini catalog, perfectly coordinate with the paper. So, but this is the stamp set that I wanted to use tonight. This is the last item in this little book that is free with a $50 order in the country stamp set. This is the kind of line art drawings that I think, they remind me of like pen and ink drawings. So that's what I wanted to work on with you tonight. So let's start with that. And I'm actually going to start with this image. And this is, just a stair step up a wall, a little tower, some kind of almost like some ruins maybe, and or maybe not ruins, maybe this is just part of a garden. Beautiful, beautiful image. So what I've got here is, let me see if I have, maybe I have a bone folder here. Let's see. Of course I don't. But, I'm going to use, I have one of these nifty centering rulers, and that is going to work just fine. I don't think I'm going to use my Wink of Stella, but I just might. So let's put that there. So what I've done here is I've got a crumb cake half sheet of cardstock, and I did already score it for easy creasing. And then what I thought would be really cool with this is I'm going to use some of this Vellum Basics paper. Vellum Basics Designs, I think is the name of this. Let me show you the paper really quick because this is an annual catalog item. And you get designs with a map. That's out of order. Another map. You get this script. And then you get print. And these are all black on vellum. Then you also, these are like dictionary pages, I love them, or encyclopedia pages. Then you get the same thing with white on the vellum. So it's much more subtle. And I'm going to use one of each tonight with two of the exact same patterns. And so let's see. Let's go ahead and stamp on, this is a crumb cake piece that I've cut out with a deckled rectangles, and I'm just going to ink this stamp up. I think that if I had brought my Stamparatus with me, I might want to ink this up more than once so that you get that really, really dark black ink look, but this is what I have with me. And let's stamp it right in the middle of this deckled rectangle and see what we can do with some super simple stamping. Okay. And I'm actually not even going to put a greeting on this because in my mind I'm thinking this is perfect for simple note cards, that I could either just use this as a simple note card or I could just add a greeting later. So this is really just all neutrals, which I really love. And I think what's great about this is I could give this, send this, or give this to a man or to a woman. And I think it has great classic look. I love this scripty background as a perfect kind of foil for this. So I'm going to just add a little bit of adhesive, and I'm just using my seal. And I'm going to put that like so. I mean, this is super, super simple, but look how that is on that crumb cake. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to take my stamped image, and this is on the deckled rectangle, and then I'm putting it on just a black layer. So Elaine's saying she thinks it would be good off center. Hadn't even thought about that, but I could give it a try. I mean, I think it would be really good if I had like some linen thread or something, but I don't have anything like that with me. I was busy packing for all my guests, so I don't have anything like that with me, and I think I'm just going to do it like so. Now I could do it off kilter, or I could do it just straight on. So let's grab some dimensionals, and I have a classic note card here. This I could send to anybody. I could send this to a man or a woman. I could put a thank you inside here. Honestly, I think this would make a great sympathy card. This could be a thinking of you. I mean, this is just general all-purpose, beautiful note card. Beautiful art done in seconds. So let's get rid of these little dimensional backings, and then that is going to go there. That is done and dusted. Boom, done. Super, super simple. Now let's take the same exact layout, but this time we're going to use the white, the vellum that's printed with white, and I've actually cut this out with vanilla. So let's see if we can add maybe a little bit of color, and let's lighten things up a bit. So I don't even think I have a chamois with me. Let's go ahead and put this down. One of the things I like about this is there's writing this way and there's writing this way. So it doesn't really matter which way you put it, which kind of makes life easy when you have your layers cut. So that's going to go there. Just like what I did before, except this is the white printed and the other one was the black printed. Now, instead of using this kind of stair-step garden image, I'm going to use the other image in this stamp set, and it's the country road. And I think that it is lovely. See, this to me I just came home from the UK. This to me is a very European image. This is in the country of Europe. To me, that's in the country, but in Europe. This is not in Texas. This I could see in Texas, although I could see this in England too. So this is very universal. This is very much, to me, this looks very European. So pretty nifty for a free stamp set. Now, let's mount the stamp like so. And then, like I said, I'm going to do this on vanilla this time, not on crumb cake, because I'm going to add some color. We are going to use our watercolor pencils, and we are going to add some color. So let's get a lot of ink on here. I want to make sure that I really got this inked up. Like I said, if I had my Stamparatus with me, I'd probably ink this up a couple of times to get that really, really crisp black. But I don't, so let's just go with what we have. And you want to press, make sure that your ink is really, really sinking into your cardstock. And voila, look how beautiful. Now, I could just mount this on the black once again, and then I could mount that right here, and I would have a beautiful card. But I'm actually going to add a little bit of color with my watercolor pencil. So you can see I have the same layout. This time I stamped it on the crumb cake. This time I'm stamping it on the vanilla. Here I used the black printed vellum. This one time I used the white printed vellum. And just to show you how you can take the same layout with this very simple but very beautifully created artwork on In the Country stamp set that you can get for free with a $50 order. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, first of all, I'm going to turn this over for just a minute, and I'm just going to blot it. I want to make sure that my black ink is dry. I do not want that smearing, because I'm going to come in here with my watercolor pencils. Now, I keep mine in just a little pencil case like this. There's actually 2 sets of watercolor pencils. And I have not, this is the first time I've even inked up this stamp set, because as y'all know, I've been gone for 2 weeks. And so I like to use a blender pen when I'm using my watercolor pencils. And I think that because I have crumb cake, I'm going to pull out maybe some warm colors, crushed curry, early espresso. We're going to need some old olive, and let's also bring in some garden green. So we've got some real earthy colors here, and I think that might be all we need. Let's bring in a little bit of black, okay? So let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to start with some early espresso on my fence posts. And I'm just going to kind of almost just press some color there. Just lay down some color. I think I just got outside the lines a little bit, but hopefully it won't be too noticeable. And then this to me looks like it has, this is like a dirt road to me. So I'm going to lay some early espresso and then some crushed curry on there to lighten it up a little bit. It's a muddy road. I just came, tell you what, when I was in England, it was chucking it down with rain day after day after day. So I am really familiar with, my kids live rural, and so I am really familiar with this very, very muddy landscape. But like I said, I live in Texas. This could easily be a Texas scene. So I'm just going to put a little bit of garden green for the grass, and then I'm going to come in here with the old olive, and I'm going to bring this into my trees so they're kind of a deeper color. And actually, let's see if, let's put a little granny apple green in there too to brighten things up a little bit so it's not too dark. And you see how I'm just laying down some color, almost scribbling. Not really, you know, paying too much attention to getting it just right. There's basic gray. I'm wanting to kind of bring in, let's see, what do I want to do? Maybe just a little bit of Well, we'll come back to that. Let's see. I want to make sure my blender pen is clear. It is. And now I'm just going to blend out these colors. And this is just going to take my little scribble marks. Basically what I was doing was just laying down some color, and now I'm spreading that color and just blending it in so that I have this beautiful, beautiful green grass. And you see how that just comes to life when the blender pen hits it? Because the blender pen has a little bit of glycerin, and it just spreads that watercolor pencil so that now I have the vibrancy of that green coming through. Now let's get our muddy track here, or our dirt road, and let's blend that out a little bit. I'm clearing my pen in between colors. And then let's go back over this fence and let's make sure it is really dark. Oh, Jackie, I'm sorry you have a bad connection. On my end, it's coming out okay, so hopefully the recording will be okay. There's no, we don't have any rain or anything here tonight, so it should come out nicely. Now, I've got a little bit of color needing right there, and I want this to look like a little watercolor drawing, so I don't want it to be too perfect. And these can be popped right in there. Let's spread this out here. People are coming in, so I don't know if you can hear. People are greeting one another because they're just saying hello. Hello, hello. Now that is done and dusted. Now watch what's going to happen. So once again, let me show you. This is the one we started with. Really, really classic black and crumb cake with the black printed vellum behind here. Now let's look what happens when we take the image. Well, granted, it's the other image in the stamp set, and we just added some watercolor pencils for just a very classic, very serene look. And again, I'm just going to use this as an all-purpose note card. I could put a greeting on here, either outside or inside, but I think this is actually pretty brilliant. And you can see that this took maybe 5 minutes to make this card, less than that to make the other one. But you know, just adding a little bit of color here, we were able to do something quick, easy, fun. Now, if I wanted to dress it up, I could always put a little bit of linen thread. I could add a little bit of some of those rustic, elements, but two very different looks from a very classic stamp set. And you know what? Seriously, I can't even draw a stick figure, but look at what I just made, because Stampin' Up! Artists have done all of the heavy lifting for the artwork for me. And just with a few colors of watercolor pencils, I have a really nice drawing. It looks like a watercolor that I could hang somewhere. And then I also have just a really classic, almost, it looks like a pen and ink drawing. So those are my card shares for you. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing really quick. I almost forgot. I did want to demonstrate really briefly. This is our mini cut emboss. Now you know that right now you can actually get this for free when you purchase the starter kit. And if you purchase the starter kit, you can choose $179 of whatever you want. Pay $129 plus tax, shipping is free, and get this baby boss for free, this mini machine. And I have the white one here with me now, but it also comes in a boho blue. It's a really pretty soft blue. And what I wanted to show you is, let me grab the, this is a bundle that is in the mini catalog. This would be a great thing to put on your starter kit order. And the dies all fit into this little mini machine. And I wanted to show you, this is one of the dies, and it's just going to leave an impression. So I thought it would be kind of fun to demonstrate for you. Let's see if I can do this without knocking over my tripod. So that is going to go through like so. And voila, whoopsie, voila. You see that? It's just given me some nice texture there, just a subtle texture. Now here is the little stand that we've made for our retreat guests. So that's going to hang out there while I am using the other die that I wanted to show you. There's a whole set of dies here. But I wanted to show you, this is one of the other items you can get for free with a $50 order, is this paper. And look how this die is going to cut out this paper right here on this mini machine. And it's just going to perform a little bit of magic. And I thought it would be good to show you this. Let me make sure I'm in camera really well. Whoopsie, I'm catching there. I appreciate your patience with me tonight as I'm in a different setting. But I do like to come to you kind of broadcasting on location whenever we're doing Creative Escape. That way I can bring Creative Escape right to you. Now, let's feed this through here. And let's see what's going to happen. And voila. Look at that. I mean, that is a little bit of magic. That is all ready to go onto a beautiful card front. Or this would actually make a great scrapbook page element as well. And look at how that just cuts it out perfectly. Now there is also a stamped image. So you could stamp it and cut it out. So, or you can cut it out directly from the paper. So the paper is another free item you can get during Celebration. This runs only through the end of February. That is it for this year. There will only be one Celebration, January through February. So you want to make sure that you get your items while supplies last. So I showed you this free item that you can get, the paper. And then I also showed you, where are my cards? This free item that you can get, and that is In the Country stamp set. Beautiful, beautiful, classic pen and ink type images. So yeah, the paper is gorgeous, and I didn't even bring over here. This was actually in a scrap bin here at Creative Escape, but it is gorgeous paper. So that is it for tonight. Let me see if I can love you and leave you on camera. I haven't actually done it like this. And I just messed up. I just messed up. I can't figure out how to get it back. So I'm going to just say farewell. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, when you share this video, you will go into the drawing for this week, and I give out some great prizes. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, and God bless. Oh, I managed to figure it out. Okay. So I'm still here. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And I haven't done the drawing from last week's Facebook Live, but again, I appreciate your patience with me. I flew in literally at 11:30 on Tuesday night, and I am here at Creative Escape on Thursday. So we started setting up at 9 o'clock this morning. I have an incredible team that helps me with this. I could not do it without them. So if you're listening, huge thanks to Pat Works, to Jeanette Adams, and to Elaine Nye for all their help setting up, all the behind the scenes work, and the amazing things that they've done with our pillow gifts, which I will share photos of the pillow gifts and share photos of the projects so that you see them exactly, and also who has created them so that they get kudos for what they've done. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care, and God bless.